Hello, everyone. This is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So, today we're going to see who's coming toward you when it comes to love. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. All right, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages, please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading. Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? Who is coming toward my viewers when it comes to love? 2 more shuffles. All right. So let's see what comes out here. All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we have opposites. So it's someone you've had some issues with. The two of you seem to oppose each other. You could have different love languages, or this is someone who is just very different from you, at least. With apology being right next to that, they could come in confessing some things, especially in regards to their feelings. But for others of you, they're going to be letting you know that they want to mend the relationship. So someone wants to come in and rebuild with you. At some point, this person could have made you feel rejected, or they have a tendency to isolate themselves. Some of you could have pulled away from this person, or you could have rejected them. They're hoping that the two of you will be able to move forward and that you can see them differently, or at least have a different perspective when it comes to them. At the top of the deck, we have knowing the path. They feel as though you keep them on the right track, okay? Many of you are focused on aligning with your purpose, and it's coming out like you're no longer making them a priority. So you could be focused on yourself. You could be focused on self-love, self-care. Some of you have decided to move on with your life, but there are others of you who could be missing this person. So if any of you do want to mend a past relationship, or if there's someone you've had issues with and you want to make the relationship work, I see them making their way back to you in hopes of the two of you working things out. Give me more. Thank you. We have trapped, and that card came out in reverse. So you've had a lot of unpleasant experiences with them. It's also coming out like at some point this person made you think that they were releasing you, like they were freeing themselves. But see, in reality, they're unable to escape their feelings that they have for you. Also, some of you may have thought at some point in time that you would never be able to get over this person, or there could have been a time when you were having some difficulty moving forward, but you don't feel as stuck as you used to. Now, that message is not for everyone. Please don't force it to fit. But some of you had a really hard time disconnecting from them or withdrawing. So it's coming out like they can feel the disconnect. They can feel you slipping away. That could be playing a huge role in them coming in, wanting to rebuild things. If you are wanting to make things work with them, it's going to be very important for you to have strong boundaries. I feel like one of the major differences between the two of you is whenever you're connecting with them, it's out of love, or you do certain things out of love. But when it comes to them, they either operate out of ego, or they do certain things out of ego. So the two of you love very differently, and it creates strife and barriers in the connection. There may also be differences in regards to how the two of you handle issues in the connection. This is someone who may withdraw. They can isolate themselves, or they could avoid you whenever there are issues. But many of you like to confront the issue head on, not in an aggressive manner, but in an attempt to get back on the right track. So there's just a lot of differences between the two of you. And unfortunately, I feel like it could have contributed to the downfall of the connection. Opposites attract, and I feel like if this person were to operate out of their highest good, wherever you're weak, they would strengthen you. Wherever they're weak, you would strengthen them. So the two of you would be able to balance each other out. But see, this is the type of person who will use your weaknesses against you, or they'll use those weaknesses to manipulate you. So you have to be really, really careful when it comes to them. Give me more. The two of you also heal differently. This person could heal through numbing themselves, whether it's through drugs or alcohol, by deflecting, by trying to distract themselves. And I feel like many of you are a bit more open to taking accountability and learning from your mistakes. We have wish come true here, and that card came out in reverse. So it's definitely someone that you saw as wish fulfillment at some point in time, but you may not feel that way about them anymore. At one point in time, they were all that you wanted, okay? But with the card coming out in reverse, it lets me know that you may have saw this person's true colors. You could see them for who they truly are. And now that you see it, you can't unsee it. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. With habitual liar being at the bottom of the deck, that could have definitely played a role in you no longer viewing this person as wish fulfillment. They lie out of habit. There are times when they lie when there's no need to. So they lie about unnecessary things. It's also coming out like you could have exposed a lie in regards to this person. This is going to be very specific. Please don't force it to fit. But for a few of you, this person could have even given you a false perception of themselves when they initially met you, okay? But the mask started to slip. And so eventually you saw this person for who they truly are. They may have lied to get you. With depression being here, this person is going through some depression at the moment, okay? But they're also lying when it comes to that. So they have a tendency to make it seem as though they're okay when they're really not. At the top of the deck, we have abundance. So they could be depressed or in a pessimistic mindset in regards to their financial situation. Some of you could have felt as though this person was trying to use you in some way, or whatever you were offering to them, you were giving it in abundance. And so at some point in time, you may have started to feel depleted and drained from the connection. Overall, I don't feel like they're a bad person, but the way that they operate is really toxic. If they were to do the inner work, if they were to change their perspective, if they were to stop playing victim all the time, I feel like this is someone who you could possibly have a healthy connection with. But as of now, dealing with them would be depressing. It's like every time you try, something ends up happening and you get to the point where you feel hopeless in regards to making the relationship work, or this person tends to put you through grief time and time again. And some of you could have felt victimized by this person. I feel like there were times when you may have caught them up in lies, or you may have exposed some of their lies, and they would make you think that you're crazy. It's almost like, how can I put this? It's like they would try and make you feel as though you're wrong for the way that you react to their toxicity, the way that you react to their lies, or the way that you respond to certain things that they are doing when they know that they're wrong. This is someone who will lie in your face. And the audacity is, they have a tendency to downplay your feelings, or to downplay your experience in the connection. So they'll make it seem as though they've never put you through any grief. They'll make it seem as though they never tried to take advantage of you, or like they've done right by you. And it's kind of insulting to an extent. It's kind of insulting. So I just feel like they would try and invalidate you, even if it was unknowingly, all because they prefer to be the victim. And of course, I'm not saying that you guys are claiming to be victims, but even when they're wrong, they're right. Okay, that's the type of mentality that this person has. Give me more. Definitely invalidated your feelings. We have wedding. So it's someone who definitely sees themselves as having a future with you. They could come in wanting to take things to the next level. For a few of you, this person could have been keeping their options open, or they could have been playing the field. But it's coming out like they're going to come in letting you know that they want to be with you and only you. But see, you're not going to trust them. You're not going to trust them. Some of you can see right through this person, okay? I also feel like many of you are going through a breakthrough, either emotionally or mentally. With finality coming out in reverse, they don't think that things will ever permanently end between the two of you. But some of you are no longer open to giving this person chances. They also have a tendency to keep one foot in the door. So their hot and cold behavior mainly has to do with them trying to keep you holding on, even if that's holding on to potential or holding on to hope. With separation being here, this is someone you could be in separation from, or there could have been a disconnect between the two of you. For some of you, this person tends to withdraw, or they tend to isolate themselves whenever they're going through money problems. Spirit wants you to be careful when it comes to investing with this person, okay? They're needing time to grow. I feel like many of you have learned a lot of lessons, not just about relationships, but about yourself, all right? They're realizing that there is no greener grass. The player card is about grass is greener syndrome, okay? And the cut through card is about clarity. It's about things coming to light. And so even though this person may have been keeping their options open, even though they may have been playing the field, even if they moved on and started dealing with someone else, clarity has come to them. They received some type of breakthrough, and they're realizing that there is no greener grass than you. They may have learned this through a karmic, okay? So that's another reason why they're going to be coming in, confessing their love for you, often offering you an apology or letting you know that they want to mend the relationship. I also feel like you may have unknowingly taught this person a lot about themselves. But see, the issue when it comes to them is they don't apply those lessons. They don't use those things to grow. I feel like when you point certain things out, they feel attacked more than anything, when in reality, you're not bringing it up to attack them or to demean them. You're bringing it up for them to make changes. And see, that's another difference between the two of you. Okay? Whenever you point out certain things, they feel attacked. Therefore, it causes turbulence in the relationship, and it causes a lot of issues to go unresolved. If things were to keep going the way that they're going, you wouldn't be able to have a sustainable relationship with them. They're capable of growing. They're very much capable of growing. But they need to be open to making permanent changes. This is someone who holds on tightly to any and everything, okay? Even if they physically walk away, even if they come off as though they don't care, they hold on to everything. Whether it's memories, whether it's a grudge, they tend to hold on to things. They're also holding on to their stubborn ways. But like I said, I don't feel like they're a bad person. I just feel like this is someone who's operating out of survival or operating out of ego. Therefore, the two of you oppose each other because you can't see things eye to eye. The two of you have completely different perspectives when it comes to life. Many of you look at the glass as half full. This person looks at the glass as half empty. There's not anything necessarily wrong with seeing the glass as half empty, but it causes this person to have a pessimistic mindset. It causes them to feel hopeless. I feel like there's always something wrong with them. That's what this is giving. Every time you look around, someone has done something. It's always someone else's fault. Even when they get caught up in their own lies, even when they get tangled in their own web, it's still someone else's fault. Give me more. Who is coming toward my viewers? Thank you. We have reconciliation. Thank you for the confirmation, Holy Spirit. And if you notice, it fell out right on top of love's growth as well as apology. So with the reconciliation card coming out, it lets me know that this person truly wants to be with you. Okay? They want to work things out. They feel as though there's unfinished business between the two of you. They have opened up their heart space. For a few of you, this could be a twin flame. They do want to grow. They want to make changes, but they're in their own way. This is kind of ridiculous. This person is their own worst enemy. And I also feel as though they're intimidated by your growth. All right? They have a jealous side to them. Even though they come off as attached at times, they want you to themselves. They have a very deep attachment when it comes to you. And they're extremely fearful of losing you permanently. For a few of you, this person is jealous of the way that you're looking now, or they're fearful because they can see that you're focusing on yourself. There's something about you that's different now. And what that is will be different for all of you. For some of you, you're looking better. Now, you never look bad, but you've made improvements to yourself. Okay? Many of you are taking better care of yourself now, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Take it however it fits. But you're taking better care of yourself and you're glowing. All right? You're glowing. And even if the two of you have not been face to face as of recently, they can feel it because they have this deep attachment to you. Now, for some of you, this person feels as though you're punishing them by leveling up, or like you're punishing them by focusing on yourself. And see, that's where that ego is coming in at, because there's nothing wrong with focusing on yourself. When it comes to a relationship, you should make your partner a part of your world, not the center of it. And see, this person wants to be the center of your world. And that has a lot to do with ego. A lot to do with ego, and a lot to do with them seeking validation. But they're really fearful of losing you because you're their rock. You're really solid. Whatever you offer is set upon a stable and secure foundation. Some of you have been very supportive of this person. You may have stood by them when no one else was there. They're also hoping that you're not receiving any action in regards to your love life, because that would tear them apart. They feel as though they're unable to move on from you. Okay, there's a lot of suffering and grieving going on underneath the surface. But at the same time, it's all about what it looks like with them. So they may not be completely ready to confess how much they've been suffering without you, or how much losing you would tear them apart. But they feel like they're unable to fully release you. When they do come in, make sure that they're not stringing you along by making it seem as though they're going to make certain sacrifices that they're truly not ready to make. Now, at some point in time, I do feel as though this person is going to make some sacrifices. But for some of you, by the time they do, it's going to be too late. Some of you have already decided to cut your losses. You feel as though leaving them would be best, because when you say it only gets worse. And honestly, some of you are not even viewing this person as a loss. I mean, what were you losing? Toxicity, a headache, heartbreak, suffering, grief, lies, depression, jealousy. What were you losing? It's not a loss. You gained so much. You gained a better you, a better version of yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of lessons are learned through pain. A lot of lessons are learned through pain. But there was one point in time where you felt as though you were not going to be able to move on from this person. There was one point in time when you didn't know how you were going to get through the heartbreak. But God, big God, look at you now. Look at you now, trapped in reverse. You don't feel trapped anymore. So I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you. And see, one thing about them is whenever they feel as though you're really serious about cutting ties, they'll reach out. But see, when they reach out this time around, it may be a bit one-sided because you don't feel the same way about them anymore, or it could be one-sided because they believe in you, but you don't believe in them. You don't believe this person is capable of giving you the commitment that you deserve, but they know that you're fully capable. Also, when they reach out, it's gonna be unrequited if you were to decide to reconnect with them, because you're not going to be putting in the same energy that you put in the past, and they're gonna notice that. See, they mishandled you when you were giving them your all. You were making sacrifices. You were putting up with a lot. Okay? Very forgiving. And they mishandled that. They mishandled your love, your support, your security, your stability. They mishandled your heart. And so even if you were to decide to reconnect with them, the version that they get this time around is not going to be the same. It's not. They look at you as their rock, but you're your own rock. And this person needs to learn to stand on their own. But first and foremost, they need to do the work. So I don't see it permanently being over between the two of you if there has been a disconnect. Now, if you know for sure that you don't want anything to do with this person anymore, I'm not talking to you at this very moment, okay? You continue to do what you need to do as far as moving on and being open to new beginnings. But for those of you who keep looking back, for those of you who are not ready to completely release them, it's just going to be important for you to stand in your boundaries, but also don't stay stuck, or don't stay in a situation where the only thing that you have to hold on to is potential. You have to see things for what they are. So if you do want to forgive them, if you want to rebuild the relationship, just take things slow with the energy that's coming out. I wouldn't encourage any of you to dive in head first. I would encourage you, though, to focus on yourself, because this person seems to come back around when they have problems. Okay? Whenever they have problems, they tend to come back around. For a few of you, when they come in, they could try and test you in some way. They could start talking about money problems or talking about some type of lack that they're going through. And I feel like that's going to be their way of testing you to see if you're still overextending, or at least willing to overextend. So let their problems be their own problem. And whether you decide to reconnect with this person, or whether you decide to just stay in communication with them, just make sure that you focus on yourself. Put yourself first. Okay? All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys ready, if you guys resonated with this, or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.